he's one of the most busy person in our club, but he still spends thousands of time on our club building. And as I know, he had a lot of business to do, and one of the business is relating to helping the old person to pass through the rest of their life, of his life. And he is the Charles Law Evaluator.
Okay, to clarify, so my family runs an elderly home business. Not exactly the business that he was talking about. So it's something that we can consider in the future because it's a continuation anyway. Okay.
I thought you were that's a reason.
It's a good business. We have more elderly people in Hong Kong, and that means more people will get into that business that Harry mentioned. Anyway, okay, so let's get back to what I should be talking about. So, evaluating Thomas' speech. So Thomas is obviously a very experienced Toastmaster. So he chose to do an icebreaker speech today because he would like us to know more about him. But as a matter of fact, he has already done a few projects way back when he was in Scandinavia. He was actually a Toastmaster himself during that lifespan. So, because today you're giving an icebreaker speech, so I would like to evaluate you with that objective. So basically, the main objective is to let people understand who himself is, and so basically his background, his experience, and so on and so forth. So absolutely, Thomas has done a very good job, and because he's from Scandinavia, and I like to use acronyms all the time, and this time I would like to use this company, IKEA. four points to give it to you. So let me start with the I, the introduction and the conclusion. I thought it's a very simple but a very clear and concise introduction and conclusion that Thomas has given. He first started off with telling the objective of his speech. So it's to go through his own experience in giving speeches through his life. And he has done that during his speech. And at the end, he also gave us a very clear action item, which is the fact that he would like us to give him comments and feedbacks so that he could learn how to improve his speech. So with that clear introduction and conclusion, I mean, it's a very good way to structure his speech. And the second point is the K, is the key phrase. I really like the way that he mentioned when he introduced himself to the people in Rotary Club. He used some very simple and concise phrases so that people can remember him well. I think it's a very good practice for Toastmasters in general, especially when you do table topics, because you only have 2 minutes and you want to impress people in 2 minutes. So using key phrases where help people to remember you will help you score points and help you become an active table topic speaker. So it's something that everyone can keep in mind when you give table topic. Use a very clear and concise key phrase. And thirdly is the E, is the evaluation. As Toastmaster, we always like to emphasize on the importance of evaluation because there is a saying that we don't improve by just practicing, but we improve by practicing with effective evaluations. So with Thomas mentioning that, I think it's a very good way to promote the spirit of Toastmasters, that we don't just give speeches here, but we also learn by evaluating each other's speech. And finally is the action, it's the A. As you can see, Thomas, when he talked about when he grew up, he was standing over there, and then he couldn't really see people, and then he moved here and he become improved. It's a well use of the stage, although it's a very simple one, but it illustrates you the importance of trying to use the space more effectively when you are giving a speech. Although the space is not very big, but you can still walk around and try to use the space to talk about different things at a different time. So overall, I think you have done a very good introduction speech, icebreaker speech, and I'm looking forward to hearing more about you, Thomas, in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Our third evaluator, he is a new member of our club, but he can speak like a pro.